Hello, it's time for story number 2. I named this one Torn Down City. A few weeks have gone by, and on one Saturday morning, Archie's father asked him if he wanted to be his little helper again. No, sir, said Archie. In his mind, he remembered how bad he felt being hollered at. So as Archie's father goes outside, Archie stays in to play with his Hot Wheels and his Matchbox cars. So for weeks on end, Archie played with his cars, sometimes on his bed using his cover as an imagination of a city, sometimes in his floor using other things in his room to make the city. His favorite place was the coffee table in the living room. 8 perfect squares, making it easy for Archie to imaginate each city block. Archie being the mayor and describing how the city runs, driving around in his sports car, showing each block and what businesses they have in their growing city. A lot of great energy coming from everyone in this city. Then, one day during their yearly festival, the bad news came that the city was closing all businesses. All buildings are to be torn down immediately. All the hotels was full from travelers visiting for the festival, and even the local racetrack would be removed. So all the racers loaded up and left. What happened for the city to be demoed? Archie's father came into the living room and told Archie that he had about 10 minutes to have all the cars picked up and took to his room. He's going to go into the kitchen and fix him some food, and then he's coming into the living room to watch some TV while he eats. He does not want to hear him going vroom vroom while trying to hear the show. So as Archie gathers his cars and gets upset, as his imagination was so strong, and now he's got the vision of his city being torn down, he begins to have tears to his eyes. So Archie looks down to try to hide these tears, knowing if his father sees him crying, what he'll say. Boy, why are you crying? I didn't spank you, but I can give you something to cry about. So to help him dry those tears up, Archie becomes angry. And with it, each angry thought, getting more and more mad, putting all his cars away, he just sits on the floor, sitting there losing track of time, losing track of all his thoughts. Remembering why he was mad, but not remembering what he wanted to do about it. May just be best if I call it a night and go to sleep. So Archie falls asleep right there in the floor, only to be woke up a little bit later by his mother to get into bed. The next morning, Archie gets out of the bed and gets in his floor to play with his cars. And his father hollers at him, says, Archie, come to the living room. Do you want to be my little helper today? And with excitement, Archie said, yes, sir. See, from having the anger from the torn down city, he had forgot he didn't want to be a little helper again. And although he didn't want to help, he had already said yes. So they head outside to work on a friend's boat. Not long after getting started, Archie's father gets loud telling Archie to be faster. You've already helped before. You should be able to get the tools faster now. This time, the hollering was a little more intense. And from this, Archie becomes angry again. So much so, he doesn't even care if he plays with his cars anymore. There's so much anger, he cannot find his imagination. The only time Archie ever plays with any cars is when he goes and visits someone that has cars, because he's more comfortable away and he can find his imagination while away. I want to share this part because we often let anger control our thoughts, especially when we are angry at loved ones. Being able to overcome the anger and let go of any grudges, this will help your growth. I did go through some stuff that helped me let go and forgive anyone and everyone for their actions. And in the end, they were only doing what they knew. Because I don't know what happened to them in their younger years. I made a major change, and I know it's possible for you to as well. So always remember, stay focused, stay positive, and never give up.